The geopolitical landscape shifted once again on Monday. Russian President Vladimir Putin announced that serial production of the Oreshnik intermediate-range hypersonic missile is now officially underway. He described it as having proven itself very well in combat conditions during its first use in Ukraine last November. The Oreshnik made its debut in 2024 by striking Dnipro in response to Ukraine's Western-provided US ballistic and British cruise missiles being used on Russian territory. Putin framed that strike as a strategic warning, signaling a new form of deterrence against NATO support for Ukraine. So what is the Oreshnik? It's a hypersonic intermediate-range ballistic missile reportedly derived from the RS-26 Rubezh program. It travels at speeds ranging between Mach 10 and Mach 11 and boasts a range of up to 5,500 kilometers, theoretically capable of striking anywhere in Europe, even deep into the western US. Its payload is reported to include MIRV warheads, multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles, each armed with submunitions. Putin has even likened its destructive power to that of nuclear weapons and claimed it's virtually impossible to intercept, but Western analysts are more skeptical. A US official in December called it experimental and noted that Russia likely has only a handful. Independent experts have described it as psychologically potent, designed more to intimidate than to shift the battlefield dynamic. Estimated production capacity is only about 20 missiles annually. Academic and military sources further emphasize that many of its components are older RS-26 tech, repackaged and rebranded. Reports estimate its CEP accuracy at about 90 to 250 meters and payload around 1,200 to 1,500 kilograms. That suggests limitations in precision and cost-effectiveness. Despite these doubts, Putin sees strategic benefit. Announcing mass production, he noted it is part of a broader state armament program through 2036, alongside modern Yars ICBMs and Tu-160M bombers. He hinted that Oreshnik could soon be deployed in Belarus, placing it near NATO's eastern flank. Taken together, the production ramp-up appears dual-purpose, advancing a new missile system and broadcasting a message of deterrence and preparedness. The Kremlin wants the world to believe Russia is on the cutting edge of hypersonic technology, even if the actual battlefield impact remains limited. For the West, this announcement raises alarm bells. Hypersonic weapons challenge traditional missile defenses and stretch strategic calculations. Yet analysts caution against alarmism. Serial production of a handful of experimental missiles is not the same as mass deployment. NATO intelligence will now focus on whether Oreshnik can be produced at scale, equipped with accurate conventional or nuclear warheads, and integrated operationally. But the broader message is unmistakable. As Putin said, Russia is strengthening its military posture, alongside nuclear and drone forces, to face what it views as escalating Western military involvement. In his words, the Oreshnik could reduce the need for nuclear options, offering a parallel strategic capability. What comes next? Watch for Belarus deployment by late 2025, further test launches, and NATO's responses. Europe will likely reinforce missile defense and intelligence sharing. But unless deployment ticks up dramatically, the balance of power likely stays steady, for now.